Okay, so there is some reorganizing being done around the house, and things are being like moved around, and a lot of things are being brought into my craft room. And listen, I love my craft room, but it is not a big room. Like, I already don't have room for like, I've already run out of room for things, okay? Like, there's just totes of yarn. And but anyway, more things are being brought into this room, and I need to make more room. So, a little bit stressful, but it'll get done. It'll be done. I have these 3 shelves. It was a set of 3, and I just ordered one more on Amazon so I can put more stuff up. It's like really crowded here with like stuff, so just bear with me. This wire shelf I also got on Amazon, and I had these 2 extras that I had like on this bottom end, like just like sticking out, but this stuff had to come into my room, so I set those there and set those 2 over here next to the door. And so I ended up getting some more of the same thing from Amazon, and I'm going to set those up so I'll have more cubes up here that I can store stuff in. I've had several different quote-unquote craft areas in this house before landing in this room. For a long time, this room was just a storage slash junk room. Basically, anything and everything we had that we didn't know what to do with ended up in this room. In that time, like when I first started my small business in 2023, I was crocheting on our dining table. So every morning I'd grab a backpack full of yarn and other tools I needed depending on what I was planning on crocheting that day. I lugged everything down to the dining slash living room area and settled there for the day. Then my craft area was moved upstairs in what we call the loft area. It's just an open area upstairs that we temporarily used as a play area for our daughter when she was a little baby, but as she got older, we moved all her toys and things down to the living room, and so this loft area kind of naturally became my craft area. So I set up a foldable craft table there, which I also would use for market, so it wasn't really a permanent setup in terms of what went on this table. And I had totes and boxes of yarn and plushies just stacked up in this area because we didn't have any extra storage area for that stuff. But finally we, and by we I mean my husband, cleaned up this whole room, and like, you have to understand, this room was full of stuff. Like, we couldn't step inside. There was furniture, there was bedding, pictures, toys, like, it was crazy. And he did it. He moved everything out and had it cleaned up and said, "Take the room, it's yours. Let me know what color you want to paint the walls." When this room really started to take shape, I also brought in my daughter's tiny little desk and chair so that if she wanted to be in here with me while I'm working on stuff, she could sit there and craft or do whatever she wants to do. That turned out to be a not so great idea because then she started bringing in all these toys that didn't belong here and basically leave huge messes in her corner where her desk was. So with more of this organization being done, I moved her desk back out. She was evicted without notice. So now the room is solely a craft room slash office for myself, and to me this was a really good decision. She still comes in here and looks at things and will sit on my lap and check out what I'm doing, but mostly it is strictly business in here now, and I think that's what I needed to do from the beginning. I just didn't know it. Okay, so I finished building that up. It's going up super high. I'm not sure what happened. I thought I ordered enough to make 9 cube shells, I think, but I have 4 of these left. That's supposed to be like the bottom panels, and then yeah, so I put it high up, and then these 2 wire ones on the sides I had left that I just put up here so that whatever I end up putting on that top won't like topple over on the sides. So yeah, now I have these left, and I don't know. So I ended up making like one little cube just with the 4 panels I had left over. And right now it's sitting just on my desk. I don't know where else to put it. As I'm putting things away, I thought I'd share briefly why I started this channel, mainly what I wanted you to take away by watching my videos. I've been watching YouTube videos for a long time, but in recent years I found a lot of helpful YouTubers that I not only learned a lot from, but also was motivated by. Watching these content creators, crocheters, small business owners is what led me to become a small business owner myself. Starting with the very first step of becoming a sole proprietor was quite a bit of work, and everything that happened after. When I think about it, it boggles my mind that I did all of that. And having done all that, I'm like, I can't believe it. Like every step of the way after I've accomplished the next thing, I would think, wow, I did that. That's crazy. What's next? And by seeing me do all this stuff, I want you to know you can do it too. If I can do it, you can definitely do it. You can probably do it way better than I'm doing it, but you don't have to do better than me. Like, you don't have to do better than anyone. You just have to do it. Don't start thinking that you have to do better than somebody. It's not really a competition against anyone else. If anything, it's a competition against yourself because you're the one holding yourself back from starting. Like, I see all these other YouTubers and Instagram influencers and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're amazing. They're so good at what they do and I can't compare. But I'm still doing it and I'm doing it my own way and I'm doing fine. Like, I'm doing great. Well, I'm doing fine. Anyway, stop telling yourself you'll start later when blah, blah, blah. Just start and just do it. I promise you, you'll be fine. All right, so I have this one tote here that is my market inventory. It's part of it. And I'm gonna put it away for the rest of the year. Well, until I start markets again next year, like in the spring. But before I do that, I have some cows in here. And these cows, this is one of the few things that I make in like all sorts of different colors. So I have to jot down what colors I have and how many I have in those colors to update my inventory so that come next year when I start prepping for markets again, I don't need to physically get this tote out to see what color cows I have. This is like the back corner of the garage where my husband built like a storage room. So it's got like extra locks down here and way up there, which I don't know why that's up there because like no one can reach that. My husband can reach that. So we just use this. When we open it, ta-da! Big shelves for big totes. And some room in the corner here. So in the corner here, we've got our tent and all the attachments for the tents, like the walls and everything. And those are the foldable shelves. They're my absolute favorite. And we've got like totes up here. And so everything, all the totes are basically all the plushies. This is all the fall plushies that I need to somehow clear out. Doll stands, tablecloths, that kind of stuff, all the extra display stuff that I use for kind of like the aesthetic display. And here I've got this big keychain rack and my table. So that's a 4-foot table and a 6-foot table. I have these 2 wooden tables there as well. The camping chairs that we use at the markets, but I think I'm gonna get different folding chairs for next year. And our hand truck. And I also keep
like these extra boxes of polyfill I have, because I think I got like 6 5-pound boxes or something like that. So I am now on my 3rd one in my craft room, and I have 3 left. So that is my storage.
Thanks for watching. I've included some Amazon affiliate links to some of the things mentioned in this video in case you've been in search of storage ideas for your craft area, so check those out. And please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week.